Loki works. I don't know what kind of Loki they're gonna play. You know, there's a few playstyles you can actually have on him. Of course, his beautiful spamming. Yeah, we don't know the six. Yeah, we all know the sig spam is the best part about Loki. But I have seen a few players, you know, who can go sigless. He does have a really good stat spread. If you know how to play your weapons, I will say, and it looks like he does.
It looks like he does. Getting some solid damage just like off the rip right there with the guitars. Not getting too much, you know, rage isn't falling for any and everything. But they are getting that damage off on Berserk. Berserk knowing a bad oh my
Sandstorm
lord!
tech the dare off the wall into ground pound. Rage taking an early stock off of this Loki. Let's see if they can even up the damage though. Rage getting a lot of stage control. A very unpunishable signature.
Man.
But good for
right
Berserk.
now it's looking for some stuff. They have that stage control, and right now Berserk is looking for some damage, you know, trying to find something that hasn't played Scythe as of yet. I'm not completely sure why. Maybe they don't want to run up and try to go up again.
Like, oh killing off the top. You know, I don't know how that Ensig works. I know it's active input. Berserker is going to be taking a nice clean stock, catching him with that Loki Ensig. Both players, I do like to see though, outside of Berserker playing just a little bit of Katars, it's been a lot of Scythe this game. Both these players know why they're here. They need to compete with this weapon. They want to show who's on top, and you know, it is good practice for if any of them end up going to or end up qualifying for the final tournament, where you are legend locked to, or not legend locked, you are weapon locked to whatever weapon you won a tournament on.
Going to be a very interesting one. And I mean, like, you are weapon locked, not legend locked, as we stated before. Nice. Did mess it up a little bit, but
yeah, you know, misspeaking a little, but
misspeaking just a little bit. So
I'm just so excited.
Can be really good for you if this is the weapon you are comfortable on. But right now, oh my god!
Okay, we're talking a little too much. That was a beautiful guitar string, going to be taking Rage out off the top. Let's see if Berserker is able to keep this stock and build up some damage. Rage is not too far off taking this though.
Taking this
going
game.
Going for some crazy guitar reads, but not hitting any of it and being hit by the Jiro D-Sig. A beautiful D-Sig by Rage with the Goofy Goober GG coming out. I cannot take that emote seriously.
You love to see it. Genuinely. Great game from Rage and very, very good game coming out from Berserk. We can tell that Berserk seems a bit more comfortable on the guitars. It's not that they cannot play the Scythe completely. It's just that they're more comfortable on the secondary. You know, they dabble here and there, but it wouldn't be their primary. Where Rage, on the other hand, seems to, you know the ins and outs. Rage was there when it was created.
They definitely know what they're doing.
Rage was the one who opened the door and let Mordex in. He knows what's going on here. He's been around long enough to see it. But good first game. They kept it close. It wasn't a runaway win. And this should be very interesting to see. Again, I'm not falling for it this time. I have to wait until this game starts to really believe he's going to play Moonin. He is.
Rage on the Loki now.
Oh no. Maybe to show him how to play the Loki? Could it be?
Possibly. Running speed stance, he's not going to be doing too much damage, but Loki is good at damage build-up, so it doesn't really matter. We're seeing Berserker on the Moonin. This is our first Moonin we've seen so far. We've seen a few new legends in this matchup. It's great to see everybody on site. Who have we yet to see?
Who are we yet to see? I mean, like...
I think we've seen every Scythe so far
except
now.
For Volkov.
Oh, Volkov, yes.
That exists. That is true.
Oops.
Slightly forgot about him. Sorry to all the Volkov mains out there, and by all of them, I mean one, Cliff. Anyways, right off into game 2 right now, Berserker, struggling off start just a little bit. Getting their hits in here and there, trying to build that damage up. Rage having a nice little damage in, and there's the what did I say?
Double dare. Double dare is gonna take on a Bo. That is what Bo does lately with recent balance patches. Struggle to kill just a little bit, but double dare is going to take out. If you're very precise on your attacks like that, and by very I don't mean very, but I mean the angles. You can take out pretty early though. Rage just gonna get a clean stock off of Berserker right now. Berserker was already in the red, so there's not really much to say there.
cleaning up, cleaning up house, keeping the game even. It's a very even game. It's not a slow game by any means. Anybody who messes up will be punished, will get majorly damaged, as you can see right there from both players showing it. Rage throwing out, oh my god, Rage's punish is still going. What's going on? Okay, it finally ended. Just looking for a damage. Oh no.
Oh, the Scythe taking the perfect angle. Barely not taking out Rage, but the GCD-like ground pound is going to take him out. Both of these players are so good at hitting their full combos, getting the read at the end. Maybe not, zero to deathing, but getting some very high damage early.
And making the best of their punish situations. That is for sure. They're playing really well right now. Rage is just a little bit behind. Berserk looking for that extra credit they could possibly get it. To really solidify the next stop. But right now it seems like they're in a bit of a pickle from what we're looking at. Rage isn't able to find the KO just yet. But
Caster's
as I
curse.
say it, Caster's cursed it. If you need a KO, I got you, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll just say
that
it.
Was all planned. No,
Here, I'll just say it. Berserker is losing his stock in the next 4 seconds.
Cap. Absolute cap.
Oh.
Rage!
Oh!
In a nice situation, Rage possibly losing
I
stuff.
Caster's curse Rage instead!
Okay. Oh,
That was
no!
close.
Not finding it, man. Berserker had the opportunity but did not want to overextend. Or even, play
Ooh,
around,
nice
because
dare.
you can tell they're not very comfortable on it. The dare is coming out again, Rage reversing it. Just a
there
little
we
bit
go.
angry.
Yeah, he got a little bit too needy for that stock. Yeah, a little too confident too. Went off stage at the wrong time and did lose his stock to that bow dare. He did get back to back to stage very well though, hitting the recovery away from the wall and getting his chase dodge up. If only he didn't go back down, he probably could have taken that game. So it is now 1-1.
Yep, 1-1. And an absolute boost by the Moon and Bow right there. Just destroying in a very, very scary position. Seeing a trend of, it seems like Rage likes the low defense, quick legend on the side. It really seems to be his shtick, Because Giro, and then from Giro straight in to the Loki, back on the Giro again, the one he won the first game on. So, it's a comfort pick. Maybe like, okay, maybe the Loki didn't work out that well. Oh my lord! And Berserker just comes out the gate. He's like, yo, forget the Scythe tournament. This is the bow tournament now. This is my tournament. Come here real quick, brother. Just putting on major damage to Rage. Rage needs to find some hits now before he gets KO'd. Because this is looking very scary if you're Rage. I'm not gonna lie.
Jiro is low defense and low attack. Doesn't have much survivability, but because of his speed and dexterity, if you keep on top of things, you can continue combos very well and build up that damage, but he's not going to be able to touch the stage. Berserker knows what he's doing on this bow, and he's going to stay on it.
I mean, hey.
I'm not sure who he normally plays, but it seems like he is well equipped with the bow. And a delay ground pound. Rage and the wave. Oh, he's keeping it going too. Rage is tired of losing any more stocks right now to Berserker. He's showing him what's up. I mean, we already saw the spot to the Giro, and we saw a game 1 win.
Yep. I mean, like, maybe he's trying to have a repeat, maybe to get into Berserker's head, but I don't think it's working right now. Berserker may be inside of Rage's head, Possible. Question. Possible. Maybe. Possible. Maybe. But right now, Rage is getting a lot of damage, just forcing Berserker back. Berserker not really able to find that damage on the side at all, picking up at the bow though, and we know what happens when the bow comes out. So now Rage has to be a little bit more careful, but they don't seem to care. They're like, nah, come here anyway.
Oh, catching barely the back end of that D-Sig.
Ooh.
That was the closest possible that he could have been to Jiro there to be hit by that D-Sig. Rage barely scraping that stock, and he has a stock advantage. Going for some extra credit right now, almost evening it up. Basically has an entire stock right now above Berserker. I say that, and Rage is losing his stage control, maybe going a little bit too deep. Berserker knows what he wants right now, and will he take it with the Scythe? Oh, he's going to be switching to the bow, but Rage is going to keep it weapon-starved. Going for the sword. This is the first time we've seen Rage play the sword. Really just doing it in the moment so he can get him off of the bow, but Berserker going to be staying on the bow, and Rage possibly losing the stock right here? Oh, barely. Maybe if he ground pounded. Not exactly sure what have worked there, but Rage is, basically an entire stock ahead right now. It's not going to take too much to take out Berserker right now.
Just getting that damage build up, pushing them away, trying to keep that stage control right. Rage, throwing them out, you know, trying to. And there's the ground.
And woohoo!
Ah, Lord.
Nothing better to see than that. Rage, you know, throwing up Ember Waves, throwing up taunts and everything, trying to get into Berserker's head right now. He will not stop throwing up these waves.
Not stop throwing them up. All I have to say is that ground pound hit him.
We haven't seen Artemis yet.
Oh no. Oh
That's
no.
another legend.
It is only level 24, right? But I feel like after we saw what they did on Bow, after we saw Berserkers play on Bow, they are Valhalla, and this is a very strong legend, for a lack of better words, right? Very strong legend.
Very strong.
Yes, very strong legend. So this could be, you know, a bit of a situation, but I believe Rage can play through it. And they are doing the reset first 10 seconds of the game. It counts. It counts. It is a reset. Maybe maybe it's something with their game. It's totally not because they picked Artemis. No. We're not doing that. This is a tournament. They're resetting. I can see it in the chat. Rage seems to say that, you know, somebody just called him. He had to do something very quickly. You know, he's also restarting his game while at it. So don't worry about it. The Artemis did not make him not want to play the game. We all love playing against Artemis. But while we wait for Rage to come back, I mean, like, let's talk about that last game. Because for a lot of that game, especially for the first part, I really thought that it was genuinely going to be a Berserker win. He had, you know, great control. He was playing very well with the bow, but just lacked in the Scythe department. The moment they switched over to the Scythe, it just, you know, it just wasn't there.
Yeah, you know, Berserker definitely is a better bow player than a Scythe player. Doesn't mean that he's a bad Scythe player in any regard, but, you know, everyone likes to stick to their strengths. I know if I was in this and there was Hammer Scythe, which there'll never be because TWK called me a Redditor.
And I mean, like, this isn't a... Oh, actually, we just got some very, very fun news. Forget whatever I was about to say about TWK calling you a Redditor. But it seems like this isn't the first time these two have met in bracket before. This seems like, as per our good friend over here, Berserker, letting us know that, one, they have fought before. Two, he has beaten Rage, maybe throwing some shade, letting us know that, hey, if it wasn't Scythe, I don't think Rage is beating me. And three, he's not very good at Scythe. Which, I mean, like, I'm going to be very honest, with zero disrespect in my heart and soul. I mean, like, we could tell you were stalling for bow for, you know, maybe the entirety of last game, just a little bit. You are struggling quite a bit, but you are still a great player regardless. Don't get it twisted. You're doing well. Rage definitely is the more comfortable person on this pick. But, I mean, like, I definitely pick a legend that suits my strengths. Let's call it that. On the side, because Scythe has a lot to pick and choose from. Right now, I mean, like, Rage getting caught in the cutscene could be detrimental for him.
He definitely could have gotten the double D-Light. I guess he wasn't opting to hit it, though. I would have done a lot more damage, but it doesn't matter because another Sidelight D-Light Slayer is going to take out Rage's first stock.
I mean, like, it was a very, very good cleanup right there from Berserker onto Rage. I mean, I know it's just building up that extra bit of damage. Rage is now on Sword, which you don't normally see Rage getting caught on too much. Which means, you know, they couldn't stall for the weapon, they couldn't get that Scythe, and they don't have as much control over the game as they normally do. And right now, another cutscene coming through. Yes, sir.
He didn't get any more damage, but he did get the dash reverse dare. Or dash reverse D-Light.
Right now, I mean, like, Berserker is doing perfectly on the spear, getting that extra credit, doing a lot of damage, and just keeping Rage outside of the area. And Rage seeming to struggle to find damage on the sword. Not saying that he can't play the weapon, but there we go, getting the recovery.
Oh, there's another taunt.
There's the taunt. There's the special taunt. It's a part of his combos, okay?
It is. It's true.
True combo too. It's a true
KO in a taunt, true combo, and then they get back to stage, and you know you lose your second stock to them. Caster's curse, right? We'll see what happens. Rage really just trying to get any more damage he can, but he's unable to. So Berserker will be taking a second stock, barely touched, and Rage has a hill to climb, not a mountain. I've said that a lot. I've alluded to a lot of mountains and hills. But you know, what else can I say? What other metaphors can I use for having to come back?
No, man. But outside of metaphors for using to come back, right now, I don't know if any of them are going to help Rage because they are taking quite the bit of damage, and Berserk seems to be fairly comfortable on that spear, getting a lot of damage, saved by the weapon throw, just barely. How? I have no clue why it still hit him, but it hit him.
There
and
we
here
go.
goes the recovery. Yep. Sword throw was not enough to cover it, and Berserker taking another game. And that's what? 2-2?
This is 2-2. We are on to game 5 right now. Rage is struggling to keep the mental game up, you know, spamming the emojis and all that, and we have Berserker over here staying calm and collected, just switching colors, you know, didn't feel the color he was rocking before, and we're on to game 5.
I mean, like, game 5, this should be interesting. I want to see if Rage can still pull it out. You know, I am partially rooting for Rage, even though in the past, this isn't his, let's say his best tournament matchup. He has won a couple of games. It's not 2-0, it's 2-2. This is game 5. This is tournament stock and tournament game for both players. So, I mean, like, it's pull out all the stops now or never. And I don't think Rage wants to go out now. But
down here on the loser side, both players are fighting to stay in and possibly get to grand finals. You know, obviously going to be on the loser side of bracket, will have to win twice, but any chance at victory is a good chance. So these players are trying their hardest. I mean, you can tell. Rage taunting, he's doing everything in his power he can to try and get any sort of one-up over Berserker right now.
Get hit their head. You
but
know,
Berserker is so far in the lead in this game. They're going the spear, you know, they said themselves they're not too good at the Scythe, but it looks like Rage is going to be evening up the damage on the corner. The spear versus Scythe is not the best for spear when trying to get back onto the corner. And Rage just, with consistent damage, knocking him off, taking out his recovery, and he's unable to touch before he's hit by the Sare. So Rage is just going to wave a few times, swap back to the Scythe, and, you know, GG go next with this second stock.
Yes, sir. GG go next. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but Rage instantly threw away the Scythe last stock, pick up the sword to clean up. Maybe that's to say that it's not going to be a good enough cleanup option here. And now he's looking for the damage, getting a big read.
Wow.
Trying to go for more, not hitting it though. Spear struggling against the Scythe right now. Oh my god. Berserk is getting a lot of damage built on it. What is going on, my brother?
Rage is playing so beautifully right now with the Scythe, showing what is up, hitting every single punish. He knows, you know, get in, get your attack, backdash away. If your opponent makes a mistake trying to wake up, you get some free damage. But Berserker is able to take that second stock and now has to fight and get Rage even, or, you know, take a stock first.
I mean, like, it's possible. Now Rage is on the sword. We saw what went on last time. This was the situation, spear into sword. And as you can see, I mean, like, right now, off the rip, Rage is struggling to find hits, instantly throwing away that sword to try and get themselves back into the game, getting that damage built. But Berserker is not letting up, not backing off, and making sure they get as much damage as possible. Getting that pushback, beautiful near into D-Light read. Oh my goodness gracious. Not enough to edgeguard and keep him out, but enough to bring him right back into the game. Ooh!
See, I was saying earlier that Jiro Ensig is very punishable if they miss it while you're just standing there on the stage. I don't know why he threw it out, but the Scythe didn't kill. Barely missing that Sarah, just going over the wall before the hitbox could connect. And Rage will be taking that stock with the Sword Sare again. Another stock on with the Sword Sare on the same side. Berserker, you know, got a lot of damage, but I think Rage is really good at just kind of sneaking in and building up that damage or getting a nice full combo. And Berserker has a lot to fight against on the Scythe especially. We see him throw it away every single time. Both these players, they have the weapon that they want to play. Rage just playing, you know, some weapon throw game and trying to get Berserker to stay unarmed, but he hits the Spear Sare right after picking up the spear, and both players are even stock. They're both on their tournament stock right now. This is a game of 5. Whoever loses this is out of the tournament. Whoever wins, they can move on and hopefully do a little bit better throughout, but they will be going against Snipes.
Yeah, they will be going against Snipes. Won't be the easiest of games, but it should be a good game nonetheless. you know, right now it's not looking too great for Berserker.
Nice
You
delay
know,
there.
they do still have the spear, getting those small confirms, getting that damage to build up, but will they be able to build the damage up fast enough to take Rage out?
Ooh.
Right now, Rage putting them
Air
off
delay.
stage. Getting those
Barely
options.
getting back.
Ooh, switching to sword for the KO.
Oh, he hit triple
Will
exclamation mark and barely
no,
touched before he got Sared though. He barely touched, but then the delay
And
is going to take it, and Rage is going to be taking out Berserker. GG's Rage, a little bit toxic, but you know, it's a Scythe tournament. What do you want to do? What did you expect? I'm surprised I wasn't seeing any salt taunts. We were just sticking to the wave. I want to see some more toxic stuff. I'm not gonna lie. If you're hearing me, people in later in the bracket, I want to see some crazy things come out.